What is going out there in the land of the YouTubes? What is everyone doing on this fine Wednesday evening? I myself am totally bored. I'm off today and just got done with dinner for my daughter, for her birthday. So I thought I would hop on here and talk knives for a little while. Might be talking to myself, and that's always fine. Actually, talking to yourself is kind of weird, but looking at knives by yourself is not weird. So I guess I will be weird. If somebody joins, I guess they join. I guess we'll see who is around in the evening time. Used to mornings. Morning is my lane. Guess I'll start out by showing my browser. While I am looking at knives, I guess I need to put in an earbud in case there's some kind of sound going on. So this guy always has some beautiful knives, that's for sure. I don't know why I have so much issues with this left earbud. I have to turn it off and back on. That is the that knife. Yeah, it's the Devo, right? Yeah, that's the Devo. That's the Fireball. Beautiful knife. Yeah, why is this not connecting? I hate this. Aha, I had to manually connect it. Let's see. Good evening, whoever just hopped in. So, no idea who just joined, but maybe they'll say something in the chat. What is this new Kubi? The hamster. I am not familiar with the hamster, so let's go check it out. Kubi hamster. Wow, it does kind of look like a hamster. Looks like something. Looks like a Tanto. That's an odd looking knife. It's not a little knife either, so that blade is going to be almost as tall as it is long. It's 3.5 inch blade. That's pretty wild. JD, hello, buddy. Have you seen this new Kubi? It's a pretty wild looking knife. Yeah, I'm still unsure what I think about that one. Plain one looks pretty good too, as far as the coloring. Good evening, folks. How's it going there, buddy? I just happened to hop on Instagram and saw Kubi posted a weird new knife, so I went and looked at it. It's called the Hamster. It looks like they cut the picture off at both ends. It looks like it's been cropped. I think somebody was designing a knife and then they cropped the picture and it cut it off and they were like, huh, I kind of like the way that looks. Let's leave it cropped. Because both ends are like cropped, like you cropped it in a picture. Pretty wild. Yeah, it is kind of hard to be a manly man when you're carrying a knife called a hamster. Not totally sure. I guess they're just totally running out of names now, which is super weird. I wonder what's next. The partridge? We need a knife called the partridge. And then we need one called a pear tree. I kind of wanted, so I just left dinner with my daughter for her birthday at Longhorn. I got the porterhouse and a lobster tail. I went all out. Of course, I brought some of the steak home because I couldn't eat it all, but I did eat my lobster tail. And while I was at the table, so I did get a few things today. Not sure what this is. Oh, okay. What? You know you're a knife guy when you get a delivery right before you go to the gerbil. It'd be Richard Gere's favorite knife. I got a delivery before I went to go eat with my daughter from China. I just ordered these like 3 or 4 days ago, it seems like. But they're the little thick washers that I needed to fix my Rosie. And I took those and this to dinner with me to work on a knife at the Longhorn table. Which was kind of weird, but I guess you know you're a knife guy if you're working on a knife at Longhorn. But I took apart the Rosie that I did the blade swap on with the M390, and I took out the double stacked bearings that I had used in order to install these new thicker ones, and it works great. So I was right about the size. So these 1.2 millimeter thick washers. Oh, they have great steak knives at Longhorn. My daughter used to work for Longhorn, and she said whenever they got new ones, they got to take the old ones home. So she has a bunch at her house, but they're super nice knives. Longhorn has some like super long, like nice steak knives. I didn't grab one, but she's got plenty at her house. But anyway, I fixed that while sitting at the Longhorn table. So that's what made me think to come home and do a live stream. But these washers worked. And then I got a couple of deliveries today. One of which is a Grail Tucson, which is friggin' awesome. And it is the TS100. But check this puppy out. It's dirty. Let me wipe off the blade. This is one of their hard to find knives. And what is on the blade? Box tape? I hate, man, tape will really mess up a blade, huh? So, yep, still got some smudge on it. Alright, I think I about got it all off. I hate tape residue. But this is the TS100, and it's an integral, and it's got Tucson written down the back of it. As you can see, TWOSUN. Integral. Yeah, acetone or alcohol. It's got an M390 blade. It's a night mooring design. Super cool integral though. And some website I just looked at said it had a 3.46 inch blade, and I was like that's longer than 3.46 inches. That's a long knife. Let me see what actually is the blade length. Yeah, it's over 4. It's like 4 1/4, or it's like 4.2 back here to the scales. That's a full 4-inch blade, M390. Super cool knife. They're getting harder to find. Action on it is perfect too. It's got a cool little one-sided thumb stud that goes into the side there, and then that side's flat. And it actually works good. Yeah, it's pretty wild, huh, folks? But the action on it is great. M390. And then the other one that I got in today that I bought off Knife Swap was this one. This is a Tuya knife. And this one is called the dang it, I can't even remember what it's called. What's going on, Sever 7? Check out the Integral Tucson I got. It says Tucson down the back of it. Pretty wild looking, huh? 4-inch M390 blade. Pretty wild. Super cool, older knife. It's hard to find now. Anyway, I got that one. Oh, it's called the Envy. And then I got this one off of Knife Swap today. William, yes sir, I'm live at night on my day off. I was bored. This is called a Tuya Knives Envy. Looks like it's got a little scratch there. I'm probably going to bead blast it because I don't like this. But this Tuya got some nice milling on it. I believe, I don't remember what the blade steel is on this one. Maybe it has it on here. But it's got that cool compound ground blade. It's got the thumb ramp. It's got fingerprints. How's it going, William? Yeah, super cool milling. Does it have the blade steel? Aha, it's M390. Yeah, M390. For the price I got it at, I probably did know it had that scratch. I'm sure he noted it. I don't know. I got it for such a good deal, I can't complain about it. I'm probably gonna bead blast it, and the action on this thing is sick too, though. But I'm not sure what this knife costs new, but I got it for a heck of a deal. A M390. That's the only mark it looks like it has. Doesn't have any blade scratches. This side doesn't have any snails. The milling looks good on this side. Just that one little place right there. And I don't even really think it's much of a scratch. It's more like a snail. Yeah, it might be a combo. It's a snail scratch. But like I said, the price I paid for that thing, I can't complain about that one mark when I can bead blast it and make it look brand new. But it is the Tuya Knives Envy. Oh, it's the Envy 2. It is this knife right here. So it was available for $250. It's out of stock. I got it for $120. So I can't complain about that one little mark for 120 bucks. M390 blade steel. Super good action. Compound ground blade. Less than half price. Yeah, 120 bucks. I couldn't complain. But yeah, so today's knives were this one and this one. and the bearings that fix this one. So yeah, I don't know if y'all remember on stream, but I had to stack 2 bearings to get the right thickness for the blade swap I did. Yeah, I'm not complaining about that one scratch for half price. I can bead blast it and re-anno it, or just leave it alone. But yeah, these bearings, I mean, these washers that I ordered from China, I can't believe they got here in like 5 days. But I had a couple stacked, so now I got to find the thin ones in here. There's one of them. They have a wider rim. I should be able to find it. There's the other copper one. Where's the other big one? Can y'all see from up there which one of those looks different? Aha, there it is. So yeah, I had to stack these 2. I had to stack these 2 to get the right thickness. And I didn't like the copper, and they kind of rubbed each other inside the knife. They kind of rubbed, kind of felt a little weird with the double stack. So I was able to take it apart at the Longhorn table and put one of these in there to replace those 2. These are 1.2 millimeters thick. And now it works perfect. Action is perfect. I got the M390 blade in the thicker body Lemifshi. And now I can swap it into any of the scales I got that are the thicker ones. And these will come in handy just to have, period. You got worried your TCal win? Oh, you won something from TCal, folks? That's awesome. Custom clock for your boss is stuck at customs. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I haven't checked the customs status on those knives that said whatever they said, weird anomalies. So yeah, check out this yeah, it still says, so my Kubi and Max Ace coming from China still says possible abnormalities inspection at customs. So that's weird. It's the 2nd day now it's been in the abnormality section. Let me update it and see if it, yep, still says that. Possible abnormalities. I don't know what that abnormalities inspection means. Because it looked like to me it cleared customs on the 11th. But then on the 16th, they found something. It's leaking. It's got blood dripping out of it or something. So anyway, you're going to get a custom made by Aries EDC. I've heard that name, and I'm sure we've looked at those knives, the Aries knives. But send me a link to something, or send me a link to a cool Aries knife, or his Instagram or something. Yeah, it could be somebody at the Border Patrol. I mean, the customs office wants a new knife, huh? Yeah, that's one of those BS folks when they make a label and never ship it. Yeah, he didn't ship it a week ago. He made a label a week ago. He still hasn't shipped it. Probably not going to. What is the Agent 03, folks? Good evening, Stacy. How are you, Miss? Oh, something else I did today. I noticed that the thumb studs on this is the knife that I cut my finger on the other night because I told you it opened up in my pocket. And I'm pretty sure it's because of those giant thumb studs. And I noticed that when I went to pull it out of my front pocket, it even opened. Kind of like a wave thing. So I ended up removing the thumb studs from this thing. I've got it down here in the drawer so I won't lose it, but yeah, I removed the thumb stud. It was sticking out too far. I don't know, it was catching on stuff. You can see how wide it is. It is pretty wide. Yeah, I was bored. Just took my daughter to her birthday dinner and fixed the knife while I was at the table, and so it made me think about going live when I got back home. I fixed the Rosie clone while I was at the table. I did do my unboxing on this earlier, so I can take it apart and try to fix the action on it. It's too tight, doesn't want to close easy. So, might do that in a second. Yeah, I'm loving this Tucson Integral. Such a weird looking knife for me to like. I don't normally like skeleton knives, but a skeleton Integral, pretty cool. And I love M390 blade steel, so the fact it's got M390 is super sweet. And I like the one thumb stud. I like how they notched out a little area for it and didn't put one on the other side. That's pretty cool. And most of all, I love the price I got it for. This one looks unused pretty much, but they're selling for like $200 still. And I got this one for $130. I'm forever getting great deals on knives. Speaking of knives, oh, here's those other ones. No, that's the same ones. I bought a pack of smaller washers too. Trying to find something to put these washers in. Give me just a second. Trying to find a little Ziploc. Alright, I can put them in here. I'm about to click those links y'all sent. Give me just a second. Alright, now I won't lose those. Let's go look at some stuff. What do we got? First we'll start, since William went first here. Let's see what we got. Oh, these are all his builds for May.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Aries EDC. We are picking up on the knife builds that we are doing for the books. These were our May books, and we are finishing them up. So, where are we? First,
oh, that's sweet.
If you don't know where we are and where we left off, you probably should go back and get yourself caught up. And by the way, welcome back to everybody who is back.
That's pretty cool to see how he makes the
I was able to press
sheaths.
out all the sheaths. So the sheaths, the Kydex sheaths, you see all the different Kydex, they've all been pressed and they're all ready to be shaped and fitted to the knife. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, is going to be just cutting all that material out and getting these all prepped and ready, and hopefully getting these all done today. It's kind of a rainy day today, but
that's
I'm
pretty awesome.
Shop doing it. I love seeing these all here because I get to experience them and enjoy them while they're here, because I know in the next couple of days I'm going to be finishing these up, and then they're all going to be going off.
All right, let's see what he's got here.
All right. Wow. Thing will be a marathon.
Let's see what we got going on.
Now, let's get to some sheaths.
So a little bandsaw to cut them out, a little drill press to put the holes in, a sander somewhere to sand the edges.
All right, wow, man. So, all right, got all the sheaths done and the little bloop put on it, the ramp put on it. I need to just clean up the edges a little bit, but all of them are pretty good. Maybe fine tune them a little bit. This one is pretty tight.
That's what she said.
I might just tune that one just a little bit more. And the purple one is a little tight as well.
Impossible.
I can get it, but I think the person that I'm getting it to, I don't want them to struggle. So I might just take a little bit more material out of that, just a little bit. But we're looking pretty good. The cardinal is perfect. Looking pretty good. Clicks in nice. The bush hawk.
That's pretty awesome.
Is always a weird shape because there's not a lot of retaining. I've retained right in here, and it gets in there, but it wants to like pop down, and then you pop it up, and it clips in nice. It's not going anywhere, not gonna fall out, so that's good. And again, the rock hopper, nice retention on the rock hopper. You know, it's really hard to do it perfect.
That's super cool to see how he does that.
But my biggest thing is that's never coming out on the
Oh, thank you for the happy birthday wishes, Stacy.
So I need to do a couple tweaking on these two ones, and we are done with sheaths.
All right, so after sheaths,
shaped and polished, so that they're all. This
he's making beads.
Too long, but it will take me some time to get these all nice and perfect, and some.
Making some beads.
I got all the beads done. That all looks pretty stinking good in the sun. That looks awesome. Here you go.
That's awesome. He makes matching beads.
Looks really nice. I think that will look nice with black, 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 and I'm gonna use. I think I'm gonna do this paracord for this one. We'll go with that camouflage theme. Sick.
Yeah, those look good. Now he's putting an edge on them.
Done sharpening. It is a marathon of sharpening to do that, but yeah, sounds wonderful. So I'm gonna lay down a couple. Almost finished in May. So
Good old scout carry.
oh man, here they all are. I'm pretty happy with them. This was a very fun.
So I think tomorrow will make a week that I've scout carried this Vosteed. I pretty much think it's going to stay on my waist from now on. Like, after you learn how to scout carry and feel comfortable with it, it's nice to know that you've got a knife on you, like, all the time without having even one in my pockets. So right now I'm just sitting on the couch and don't have any in my pockets, but I've still got a knife on me. So if I hopped up and had to do something, I would still have it on me. So that's pretty cool with scout carry.
Build through it.
So I like the fact that all these have scout carry.
Being on all over. Sorry.
And we have checked out his
came out pretty cool.
his stuff. In fact, I bet if we go to the browser up here and I type in Aries, yeah, here's one. Here's his Etsy shop. So we visited that. He's got some hanks, I guess, and some t-shirts and stuff. And then it looks like we looked at a complicated gargoyle. at some point from Aries. And then the other one we looked at was the hatchets. Oh yeah, the little package hatchets. That's what I remember looking at from him. He made the little package opening hatchets. So that's super cool. You posted your flamingo in the Discord. Alright. Go check that out. Oh, that's by Aries. Okay. Let's look at that. Where's my Discord mirror? There it is. Turn it on. Turn off Firefox. Turn off my image. I need to put Discord up here somewhere. Hold on. I'm rearranging my sources. Okay. Now I can turn on Firefox behind it. But there's Miss Stacy's Flamingo by Aries. That might have been another place that I saw. It's got a lime green. That's pretty cool. Bubble gum and born 11/4/23. And there's another little knife she shared. I shared my Tucson pictures earlier when I was outside. Got some good pictures of it. And then Mr. Ed just shared this not long ago. How's it going, Waylon? Alright, then the next link we had. Oh. Those are both Aries EDC links. Alright. I need to follow him on Instagram, though. Let me see. Y'all can't see that. I gotta switch it again. So yeah, Aries EDC. Super cool. I like to promote good makers, and he seems like a great guy just from watching that video. And I like the attention to detail he does with making matching beads and all that. That shows he really cares about his product. So that's super cool. Yeah, super cool knives. Awesome, awesome. Whoops. Whoops. We got all kinds of stuff on here. Go back to the camera. Oh, Stacy, you actually designed that flamingo? That's pretty awesome. I didn't know that was actually your knife. Oh, it does say designed by both. Duh. I didn't even notice that, but it does say designed by Bolstered Blades. Alright, folks. We'll see you in the morning, maybe. Buddy. Have a good one. Yes, Stacy, that's super cool. I didn't even notice at the top it said designed by you. How many knives have you designed, Miss Stacy? Mrs. Stacy, Miss Stacy? Stacy? This thing is acting like a... Man, action on this thing is sick now. It needs a little more detent. Oh, just that one? That's awesome. Alright. What else are we going to talk about? What do y'all want to talk about? I'm going to be taking apart this knife and try to fix it while we're talking. I totally got this wrong on what kind of lock this is on my video today. But I guess that's alright. I called it a frame lock, but it's a bolster lock. Because the lock is behind the bolster. But it's got too much pressure right now and it's keeping it from closing good. So we're going to get in here and try to fix this one. Since I've already shot the review now. And I didn't want to adjust it before I showed the action it had from the factory on the video. Yeah, I've got some ideas, Stacy. I'm going to try to design one and find me a OEM. I just think it'd be a cool thing to go through. I don't know if I need to take the liner off. I mean the inlay, the carbon fiber. I'm going to leave it alone for now. See what we got. Wow, that just sprung open. That thing wanted to come apart. Dang. It's got the bearings. Well, that's pretty weird. So the wow, there's all kinds of stuff going on here. The stop pin that's built into the blade travels along the carbon fiber. Hopefully it doesn't touch it, but you can see the carbon fiber through there. And then these little pieces are separate on the outside. And then it has those little washers with the tracks in them for the bearings. I kind of like those. Those make the bearings ride smoother. So this thing should close super smooth if the tension is right on this lock bar. So let's see. The over travel stop is just the, about lost that little locating pin for the backspacer. So it looks like there's some, so there's a couple of screws. Aha, there's a hidden screw behind this little piece that holds the carbon fiber on too. So I didn't see that one on this side because that piece didn't come out. I don't necessarily need it to. So let's see if we can get in here and adjust the pressure on this lock bar a little bit. That's a weird little tiny screw. Alright. The lock bar insert is right there, and it sits kind of weird. It sits on the outside of the liner to double up. Oh, it wraps around the end of the liner, or the frame lock, or the bolster lock, whatever you want to call it. It wraps around the end and gives you a wider surface. Backspacer. Dang, that hit the blade. Be more careful, Chip. You're an idiot. Alright, so as you can see where it starts off here with the pressure. I'm going to attempt to bend it a little bit and take a little pressure out. Carefully. Whoa, that was too much. I got to maintain enough lockup. It doesn't look like enough. I can always test it by putting it back together a little bit and seeing how much it engages the blade. So I will do that really quickly. Put that back in, throw that in, throw the pivot in, throw the track bearing in, throw the bearing in, and see how it engages the blade here. Not enough. It's going to slip off. Alright. So now I know I got to add just a little bit more pressure back. I don't really have to take it back apart to do that. I can bend it back out this way. I still don't think that's enough. I still don't think that's enough. Alright, well I guess I will take this back off for just a second. So that I can get in here and bend this back in a little bit. Alright. That looks like that's going to be good right there. So let's reassemble and see what the action's like now. This knife did come dry as a bone. So I'm hoping a little oil will help this thing too. So I will start with that. Get my knife oil, put a couple of drops down in that channel there. Use my fingers. Put some on this bearing. Alright, that should be good for the bearing. While I'm here, I'll get the other bearing. Alright, that should be good for that bearing. Now, let's see, I need the locating pin and the backspacer. And I need the blade. And I need a little bit of oil on this side of the bearing. Where's the other bearing? I have lost the other bearing. Oh, I sat it on top of the Tucson box. Duh. Alright, got proper oil there. Put a little drop of oil in this channel. Put that on top. Put this other side of the scales back on. Alright, everything's together. Put the pivot back in. Close the blade. Centering is perfect. Put the two body screws back in. Turn it backwards till you hear it click. And screw it in. Alright. Reassembled. Make sure the pivot is good and tight after you do all that. Put your oil back up. And let's test this thing. See if I improve the action. Oh yeah. I think the oil, yeah, now it drops shut. Now I don't have to shake it. Let's see if I got enough lockup. Nope, it failed. Alright, well there you go. That's why it's closing. Because it doesn't have enough pressure. So, let me try that again. Yep, totally failed. So that's how you test that. Yeah, the Tenacious is a cool little knife. Alright, so shouldn't be too hard to fix this. Just need to add a little bit more pressure back in it. I'm glad that failed on camera, actually, because now y'all will know what to do if that ever happens to you. I'm sure a lot of you know this stuff. I'm not really telling anybody anything they don't already know, but there are some people who don't mess with their knives much. And this is for those people. So, I need this lock bar to have a little more pressure. So I'm going to do it the smart way, and I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I could reach in there and try to pry it out without having without taking this off, but it's a lot easier. Let me get the backspacer off just to be safe. Alright, so I can look at where it's at now. It looks like just the lock bar. Alright, that should definitely be enough. Yes, that should definitely do it. So let's start putting it back together again. I just hope I didn't add too much pressure again, so that it doesn't close correctly. Sorry I'm not talking much, but just reassembling. Alright, that should definitely lock up enough. Get this bearing out of here. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, tight. Close it. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me when I'm bored. We will look at whatever y'all want to look at, if you got something you want to look at. Alright, and then make sure the pivot one last time. Proper tightness. It is. Alright, yes. And the action is okay. Let me see. It's a little better than it was to begin with, and it could just be the oil. I think I've probably got it back to about right where it was. So that might just be the action of this knife. You might just have to, in order to have proper lockup, you might just have to have a little sacrifice on the closing action. It doesn't take much to close it, but it's definitely different than like this caveman. So the caveman, you get it past that lock bar and it just closes. The blade just drops. This one, you have to shake a little bit. But let's do the spine whack test. It's definitely locked up good now. It's back at about 25, 30%, probably 30%. I could probably try to tweak it and take just a little bit pressure out, but I guess I'm okay with where the knife's at. It'll probably get a little looser over time. Oh, and one more thing I can do that I didn't do is you can always add a drop of oil right here to where the detent ball goes onto the blade, and you hold it upside down and let that oil run across the blade surface and right on the edge where it catches, and that can help too. So just a little bit of oil on the detent ball and where it touches the blade can make the action a lot better too. And it's not bad. It's not like I have to shake it to death to close it, but I just like my knives to drop closed with not much of an effort. I mean, I guess it's pretty close. No, that one's a little smoother. And I know how hard I'm having to like flick it. See, like this one, about perfect. The Caveman has a heavy blade, so it's a little easier to close. But this one, you just have to shake it a little. If you shake it more than twice, it's considered playing with it. So I guess you got to play with that one. Otherwise, I got some random little crazy knives laying over here. I don't know what they're doing here. Need to do something with those. My little my 6-leaf pry bar is over here too. Well, there's the Hyra. I still got to do the unboxing on it. That's the Caveman. Where's that new Kaiser? Oh, it's still in the box. I haven't done the unboxing of it either. Aha! Still got 2 unboxings to do tonight. I guess I got all my random knives off the table. Here's a weird little knife that's sitting over here that I don't know why. I should send this one to Ed as the giveaway winner. I bought this and have never even thought about using it. And he would probably like this little thing. Now, this is a titanium. That's titanium. This is Zerk. My smock is Zerk. And then this is a special blue version that comes with this steel. This is a Spy 27. Yeah, the Corvette M, I believe. Oh, did Jed? Yeah, did Jed? TC tells me stuff all the time about wanting to buy a knife and then doesn't get back to me. He said that Jed would want that one, but I never heard anything from him, so I will hold on to it. I was just kidding about sending it to Ed. I'm going to send Ed something nicer. I've still got these little axes sitting over here too to the side. These little things are super cool. These would be good for packages. These things are super sharp. I think I showed y'all one time on stream, but they cut paper. Let me just strap them up. Oh, I put some of my diamond compound on this strop today. See how that would help. I put some one micron diamond paste, diamond spray. So I just stropped this thing 5 times on each side. See if that helped. The blade's so little it's hard to get on there, but yeah. It did help. Oh, is that what your military? Is that what your military is? William? Or did you buy a PM2? I try not to get Spydercos that have the S30V. So all mine have different steels. Like that's Maximet for my Para 3. And then my Shaman is Z-Wear PM. My Smock is the only one that's S30V. And my Mannix. But this is for sale. I need to sell this. I don't want this one. It's got ashes on it. Oh. Waylon, yes sir, I can order from OK Knives. I've got an order I'm about to place soon from OK Knives. Let me see if I can bring it up really quick. I'll show you what I'm getting from them. Let me get logged in. And then I will show you my cart, maybe. I'm about to place an order with them anyway. So be a good time to hop on board. So here's the ones I'm going to order. Right now in my cart, I've got the, well, I'll just show you. I've got these 4, these 5 added to my cart. I've got the, I was going to buy one of these for Keep It Scale Stupid because he's never had a Spyderco. So I'm going to get him this purple and blue one down here. This one right here. I'm going to buy him this one. So he'll have a PM2 and know what the Spyderco thing is. And this one's on bearings. And it's only 20 bucks. So I thought I'd order him one of these. I guess if he watches this video, he'll know I might order him one. And then I think I have myself one. Let's see. Oh yeah. So I got the aluminum version for myself because I want another one. So there's the aluminum PM2. So I was just about to order one of those anyway. That one right there. So I'll just make it 2 of them instead of 1. Or maybe I was supposed to order that for you and I don't need one. Maybe that's why I added it to the cart. But that is the version you want, right? The pink sprinkle one? Yeah, the pink, the donut or the dessert warrior. I think it's the only one that's $21. Yeah, I should just buy a bunch and give them out to the channel members as gifts, huh? And then I'm going to buy, this is an older model Spyderco that I didn't know about until recently, but it's called a K2. I thought it was a sliced buoy or whatever, but this thing has a 4.5 inch blade. It's 10 inches overall. Oh, the smooth para 3 and tie. Okay. But check out how big that knife is. It's 10 inches long overall, and it's got a 4.5 inch blade. So I got to order one of those. I got to check that out. I hate that it's tip down carry only, though. Like, I might not buy it just because of that. I can't deal with tip down carry. And it doesn't look like you can change it either. I could tap a hole and re-put the clip down here somewhere. But that thing is huge. I mean, look how big that is. I don't know. I might have to re-tap a hole and buy that anyway. Just because of how big it is. Never seen one before. Oh, how's it going, Michael? Yeah, I can't believe they make a 10 inch Spyderco titanium with a 4.5 inch blade. And it's an old model. So, Spyderco K2. It's called a Ferrid K2. Yeah, it looks just like that one. Pretty cool looking knife, and I like my big titanium folders. That would be probably the biggest titanium folder I got. And then I'm going to get me another smock just to have. I'm going to buy this bottom version. I'm going to do some mods to it, and I want to check it out for 23 bucks. And then last but not least, I want to try this new version of the Bug Out, because I've got most all the versions of it. And I want to see what the action is like on this one. Got a weird looking scales. Anyway, I had those added to my cart. But you want a you want the smooth para 3. Let me make sure I got the right model. What is the number on? Okay, C223. You can get the titanium one for 38 bucks. And I don't think they have a smooth one in aluminum. Let me check. Yeah, they only have the frag one. And the frag one. So the only smooth pair of 3s they've got are the titanium ones. Oh, I didn't see your question, Fred. I didn't know if he's named it yet, Fred. I heard the price is going to be a lot higher, though, than I paid. Yeah, don't know if he's named it yet. Do you know if he's named it yet, Fred? It's called okknives.net. It's ok-knives.net. I've gotten like 90 knives from him. It is this site right here. So to answer your question, William, yeah, I've got the unnamed too. I've got the unnamed knife, Fred. That's why when I did the review video of it, check this out. So when I did the review on it, I did I called it the unnamed 2, like T-O, like T-O-O. But down here at the bottom, or if you just search unnamed, well, where is that review? I did a review of it. There it is. Oh, I put 2 N's in it. But there's my review of the unnamed. I need to change the title. But anyway, I did the unboxing of the unnamed too, but I did both of them. Let me go down here and fix that. Edit title and description. I don't know. Maybe it does have 2 N's. Maybe I'm fixing the wrong one. Let me go check that. Yeah, it does have 2 N's. So I need to fix the other one. Duh. I need to fix this one. And call it the unnamed 2. Alright. Now I got it fixed. But to answer your question, Waylon, I get an automatic 15% off. So $38.40 plus let's see, $38.40 plus oh, that's the titanium version. Hold on. Why am I missing the frag version? It must be mixed in. Oh yeah. $38.40 plus 20. 2080. So $38.40. 38. What in the world? $38.40 plus 2080. It's $59.20, but then I get 15% off, so it'd be right at $51 plus shipping. Have a good night, Fred. It'd be $51 plus like $6 shipping, so it'd be like $57 for this frag aluminum one. PM2 and the titanium Para 3 Be like 57 bucks with tax. I mean with shipping. I've ordered so many knives from him, he gives me 15% off of whatever I order. I've literally ordered 90 knives from him. I've actually ordered more than that now. But I'm going to replace that order in the next couple of days, so I'll let you know what you owe me. Well, I didn't expect anybody to join tonight. I was just going to look around at knives. If people join, they join. If they don't, I was just going to browse and talk to myself. Uh-oh. I have to bleep that on my YouTube. I'm sure she had pasties or something on, but wow. No telling what you'll see scrolling through Instagram, huh? You need to be careful. Wow, that GTC is beautiful. He makes some crazy good knives. Mother of pearl and oh, that's the new automatic. Yeah, that's the same guy that made that $2,200 circuit board knife, I think. Yeah, there's the circuit board one. That's the one we looked at yesterday. It was $2,200. Where was that at? Blade HQ? Or Knife Center? I think it was, it might have been Knife Center. I don't know who that was. No, it was Blade HQ. I forgot who that guy works for. Who does this guy work for? What was that? Well, it had to be not Blade HQ. Yeah, there it is. $2,200 for that knife. Oh my God, y'all can't even see what I... Sorry. I was totally in my own world again. I was on Instagram and I ran across the GTC knife. And then this knife popped up. Yeah, I'll show y'all again. So I got to this guy's page. Hold on. I'm glad y'all couldn't see because boobs popped up on the Instagram. It was GTC though that GTC. He was showing a new one. This one right here. See you later, Stacy. Yeah, that's a beautiful knife. GTC does great work. But somehow I went from there to that other guy's page. Oh, there's that new Kubi. That's what I started off the video with, is the Kubi hamster, which is a pretty wild looking knife. Like, check out this little thing. It's not a little thing though, it's 3.5 inch blade. It looks like somebody was designing a knife and they cropped the picture and they cut the knife off at the top and the bottom up here, and they were like, oh, I like how that looks. So it looks like they did this. They made a knife, then they accidentally cropped it like that. Yeah, check this out. Pretty crazy. So it looks like they cropped the picture like that, and it cut the top and the bottom off of the knife. Because that's literally what it looks like. It's a wild looking little thing. And what's up with the hamster? Like, you can't, just like Fuchs said earlier, you can't be a manly man and carry a knife called a hamster. He said, what's next? The gerbil? And I said that would be Richard Gere's favorite knife. If y'all don't know the context behind that, I probably shouldn't share it. What do they got? New arrivals. The Nova. Cheaper version of the Nova. There's the hamster. Escoria fixed blade. That's pretty nice. I hadn't seen that one. Wonder why it's so expensive for 14C. Oh, it's a 5.1 inch blade. Wonder what kind of sheath it comes with. I guess one kind of like that. I didn't even know they had fixed blades. I didn't even know I was supposed to be checking that out. Mini fixed blade. Civet. Huh. Whoops. That's a weird looking one too. There's so many different knife styles and so many people like them. Like, there's people that would look at this knife and be like, man, that is awesome. And I look at it like, what the heck would I do with that? Yeah, I think I saw that earlier on his Instagram. He showed a picture of it. Yeah, I wasn't thinking, but yeah, he did show it on his Instagram. I mean, on his Instagram. When I was following his page, I scrolled down and saw that Kubi picture. Right down here, yeah, right there. Yeah, the only place to buy Kubi knives is at White Mountain Knives, because you get such a good deal. So they got this one still available, the micarta still available. With my code, it would be 640 5760. It'd be $57.60 for the black one. The other two are sold out, but they do have the black one. There's the caveman from our buddy TC. I've got a Glideman like that. It's a pretty nice knife. Pete looks like he was around the water a couple of days ago. Hinderer. What in the world is that little thing? Little magnetic thing. Wow. It's got to come completely apart, right? Yeah. Yeah, that little thing's wild. Yeah, it comes completely apart. He started out the video with it completely apart. Yeah, that little thing's wild. We're going to go see how much one of those costs. $150. I think that's the same thing. It didn't look like the same color though. That one looks cool. Yeah, a lot of his stuff I'm sure is definitely fidget friendly. I'm not seeing the same model. Okay, there it is maybe. Yeah, that's it. $125. It was $230. That thing's pretty wild. Yeah, that's definitely not the that's the one he says is. Not that model though with the Zerk. I don't know, man. I just can't imagine paying that much for one of those. Yeah, that's the same one. It's the infinite position slider. He's just got different finishes. Oh, there's the Zerk. Yeah, there it is. $329. Yeah, $329 for that thing. Crazy. You gotta be a rich guy with ADHD to get one of those, I guess. Well, all right, guys. I think I'm gonna get off here, man. It's 10 o'clock. It's been an hour and a half of a random video. Appreciate y'all popping in tonight. I will be here bright and early in the morning. We'll find some more stuff to do and talk about. Thanks to everybody that popped in tonight. Hope y'all have a great evening. The action on this thought is even getting better as that oil soaks in. So it's definitely a usable knife now. Now, it was usable regardless, but I just like the smoothness. The more I get that oil worked in though, the easier it is closing. Michael, buddy, have a great night. See you in the morning. So glad I got those washers in that are the right size. That was a cool find. Because this thing has just supreme action now. M390, big old wide scales. All right, Waylon. I'll wait and get you to send that to me in a couple of days when I place the order. I'm going to look around and make sure I don't want anything else before I place the order. But I'll let you know in the next day or so. Anyway, guys, love y'all. See y'all in the morning. Peace.